Hey, greetings. God bless you. It's Pastor Robert Mills here, and I just wanted to stop by with a motivational moment. The Gospel according to St. Luke in the 22nd chapter is where we find our thought for tonight. Nestled toward the end of this, actually the middle of this beloved chapter, you have some conversation that takes place with Jesus and his beloved disciple, the Apostle Peter. And you find Jesus saying unto him, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I prayed for you, that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. Beloved, I just want to chat with you real quickly. Watch this. The scene is set in this 22nd chapter, that Jesus is having a time with his disciples. A couple of key things are taking place. There is a plot already in place to kill Jesus, as Satan has already entered in to Judas Iscariot. It says that Jesus and the other disciples are gathering to prepare for the Passover feast, and there is conversation that takes place with Jesus as he is instituting what we know and call the Lord's Supper. In the midst of this conversation, it has Jesus talking among them and giving them the breakdown for the Lord's Supper. He tells them, as he takes the bread, he gives thanks and he breaks it, representing how we are to maneuver. He gives thanks first, and then he breaks it, letting us know that in order for us to be used, we must first be broken. He goes on to tell them, listen, this is my body, which is given for you. Do it in remembrance of me. He goes again and takes the cup, after which, and say, this cup is the new covenant of my blood, which is shared for you. He tells them that they may take of it, and watch it. He turns around and says, but there is one that's around me that is looking to betray me. They begin to have conversation amongst themselves, asking, is it I, Lord? Is it I? And watch this. The conversation goes on around verse 31. Jesus begins talking to Peter. And it's a reason that he was talking to Peter, because Peter was the beloved disciple. He was bold and boisterous. He was also full of vigor. Although he was flawed, he was faithful. And he reminds me of us in our approach. We love God, but the world tends to pull at us and causes our humanistic flaws to show from time to time. But watch it. Conversation takes place, and Peter is telling Jesus, I love you, and I'll go to the ends of the world for you. I will even give up my life for you. All of this stuff is taking place, and watch it. Jesus says, but Satan has already made plans for you. I hope you catch what I'm saying right now. Beloved, you do know as close as you try to be to God, the enemy tries to be that much closer to you. And as much as the Lord has plans for us, as we see in Jeremiah 29, that the enemy also has plans for us. And beloved, watch this. Jesus says he has plans that he might have us, that he might get control over us. And not only does he want to have us and control us, but he wants to sift us or separate us as wheat. He wants to tear us apart. Watch this. This is where this text gets good to me. He says, but I have prayed for you. Beloved, listen, it's one thing to have family members and friends pray for you. It's one thing to have the deacons of the church pray for you. It's one thing to have the mothers pray for you. It's another thing to have the preacher, pastor pray on your behalf. But it's something powerful when Jesus, the master himself, says, I pray for you. And can I tell you, beloved, even in this time, in this season, you may feel as though the enemy has gotten to you. He has gotten his hands on you, and it may seem as though he is beginning to sift you, to separate you as wheat. But beloved, don't give up, because he says, I have prayed for you. And watch this. Not only have I prayed for you, but I'm praying that your faith may not fail. Can I tell you, in this season, I've been saying it for the last couple weeks, last couple months, this is a trusting season. And I'm just believing right now that somebody needs to know that although it seems like all hell is breaking loose around us, that Jesus has already covered us in prayer. And his prayer is for our faith. I'm praying that your faith may not fail. Watch this. He says, and then when you have returned again, or when your strength and your faith are on the same page, don't keep it to yourself. Don't hold it for yourself. He says, but turn around and strengthen your brethren. This is, beloved, something powerful that many of us miss. We think that when the Lord strengthens us or gives us or pours into us or on us, that it's just for us. But can I tell you, beloved, all that the Lord has given us, all that he has poured upon us and showered on us and shared within us, it's for us to be able to share with our fellow man. So listen, I want you to take this tonight. I want you to marinate on this tonight. Take knowing that God has prayed for you, that Jesus has prayed for you, and he's covering you that your faith may not fail. But not only for your faith to not fail, but that you be so bold in your faith that you share it with someone else, that they may be going through that their faith may not fail as well. And so listen, I'm signing off tonight, but I want to encourage you to activate your faith. So much so that you can be a blessing to somebody else, just the way that Christ was unto us. I hope you catch this tonight. I hope it blesses you tonight. It's Pastor Robert Mills, another motivational moment. You all be blessed.